Family. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. You know I'm walking in this journey with you. I started this podcast because Spirit told me to. And when I say that what I'm saying in this podcast is okay. Today I need to date this because things are happening in a way, like I said before. It's divine alignment. I'm moving in my purpose. And I'm about this. I'm okay. Because I need for you to know that things are real. When you're on this journey and you're on this path, staying true no matter how much you get beat up, staying on this path and moving in the direction that Spirit and the universe has for you is of the utmost importance. I'm gonna try and do this without crying, because this has been, these entire last 30 days have been just phenomenal. I can't even. Today is September 27th, 2025. If you're listening to this on Spotify, of course, it's audio. That's how Spirit told me to do it. And that's how you're getting it. But what's funny is if you're listening to this on YouTube, it's a black screen. I'm purposely having you listen to the audio. There's a reason for that. But that's not what this is about. That's a whole nother podcast. Actually, I need to write down, because Spirit told me I need to get better with these links. Link to why I have a black screen. Okay, so the people who are going to hear this podcast first is the people on Spotify. And seeing today is an important date because there was something that I've crossed off my vision board here recently that if I said that I was even expecting it to happen anytime soon would be a lie. I wasn't expecting for it to happen this soon. But the fact that it has happened is so amazing, and it lets me know that my path is true. I don't care if you agree with my words or not, but if they make you angry in some way, that means it resonates with you, and your spirit agrees with my words. So whether you like it or not, welcome. Welcome to Divine Intuition Podcast, baby. So when I say a vision has come to life, my beautiful sister from the Vicky Dilla Mystery School that I'm in asked me to do a podcast with her. So humbling. And the dates matter, because if you're on Spotify, on the 12th, I had published your spiritual offerings. Actually, I'm gonna go back a little bit, because all of this matters. There was, on August 24th, I post Evolution, Revolution, or Revolving. And then on September 1st, I said, it's not the task, it's the vision. It's all about the vision that's giving you the task about why you're here and you're here. What's the vision? The vision is going to lead you to the task that's going to lead you down your path. What is that? What is that? And then on the 12th, I said your spiritual offerings. I recorded that show on your spiritual offerings. And the importance of it's not just money, it's your time. It's what Spirit is calling you to do. It could be food. It could be a pack of cigarettes and you don't even smoke. It could be a drink and you don't even drink. Or it could be your last little bit of food and you're hungry. But Spirit is hungry too. And if you're wise and hip to the game, you'll understand that Spirit's hunger trumps your hunger. So when you feed that, what you get back will feed you and nourish you more than anything that you've ever eaten could ever do for you. And see, then yesterday, the 26th, I said, catch this spiritual, catch this spiritual just change. Catch this spiritual change. I'm in here, I'm vibing, I'm feeling the change moving. When it's inevitable, it's inevitable. And when it moves through you, it moves through you in a different way. And I was throwing everything away. And seeing in the midst of these, in the midst of these, and it didn't dawn on me until earlier this morning, because right now my time at 7:36. I had to sit and enjoy it with Spirit for a little bit because it was good. Excuse me, it was good. So it dawned on me that when Sharice first hit me, and asked me about it, she hit me on the 18th. Between your spiritual offerings, which was on the 12th, and your spirit requires change on the 19th, she hit me on the 18th. See, I don't believe in spiritual coincidences. And what's funny is after I do some things, and I'll come to my laptop and I'll sit down and I'll open my show, because Spirit will sometimes I'll just randomly listen to my show, and a random episode will be playing, and it's not coincidence that it's spiritual coincidences. It's not coincidences that it's spiritual coincidences, because all these things line up and have a meaning. And see, when we did the Zoom call, to even see, it was first initially to make sure that, see how we make sure we're vibing good and everything, because the podcast is so important, because it was from zero to Shiro. See, it's from zero to Shiro. And when she said we would first initially get together and see how we mesh together and how we go, and seeing all this is important. It's the preparation. It's the preparation, and Spirit sees all of that, and it matters. And she wanted to meet at 6:30 her time, which my time is 3:30 in the morning. Which for me, because, being full ready to go, because it's a Zoom call. So I'm getting up at 1 o'clock. I'm making sure I'm fresh and fly and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a goddess. I don't just roll out of bed and do stuff, baby. I don't roll like that. A goddess just don't do that. So what made this so important is it's my first Zoom call. See, as long as I've been doing this podcast, you've never seen me. I've never done a Zoom call. No one has ever invited me on a Zoom call, although the option has been available for me to give my testimony on things that I have done in the mystery school. But see, it was something about this. Because I can't just give my testimony one time. in a short period of time. There's no such thing, because like I said, this is something that's coming off my vision board. So when we did the Zoom, that Zoom was done on the 24th. And it was just to see how it was going to go. But we were vibing so well when we got together at 3:30 my time in the morning, that it was 6, and sis was like, we can record right now if you want. There was some spirit just knew what was going on, and it lined some things up on her end that had it's just some things you can't make up behind the scenes. Just behind the scenes, you can't even make up. That spirit aligned right on the spot. Made it happen. So at a little after 6 in the morning, my time, I took a little bit of time because I had to wake up my baby. It was time for him to go to work. We sat and redid a recording. When I say vision board come to life, today was the day that Zoom has gone live. Now, if you're no matter how you're getting this. Actually, no, that does matter. If you're getting this on Spotify, you heard the audio yesterday or last week, because I post one a week. But see, if you're on YouTube, you actually saw the Zoom call, and you actually get to see who Shalina is in It's Divine Intuition podcast. Spirit told me that I was going to need to go live on my channel. People on my channel are going to have to see me and let you know that I'm not some AI. I am AI, actually. Hold on, I'm going to pause right quick. I am AI. I'm the authentic intelligence. So no matter what they tell you out in these streets, baby, I'm not only the original woman, I'm the authentic intelligence. So where do you think that authentic intelligence came from? It is I, the original woman. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you need to find out and know and do some research. Because I don't say that out of ego. I say that out of factual truth. But I digress. So she posted this today. And I'm so excited because it's the first time that when you're seeing this, if you're seeing this on the YouTube, you get to see me. And you get to know this is not an AI. This is not some recording done by some chat advance or anything like that. Even though if you know me, you know that that's not the case. I try to be transparent with you. I am transparent with you no matter what's going on. Hell, I don't even have a real mic yet. And that's a whole nother thing. Spirit has given me that. I told Sis that whenever she told me and asked me about the podcast, I told her it's so crazy that you're asking me right now. Because Spirit said I needed to upgrade my podcast and I needed to get a new microphone. So like you're hearing, this is done on my iPhone 16. You can hear everything in the background and see today. I didn't give a damn about closing the windows. I actually have the door open. I have the sliding glass door open. I have the windows open behind me. So literally everybody walking by, doing whatever, can hear any and everything going on. But ask me, do I care? Because when spirit is moving, and it really doesn't matter who and where it happens, who and where is around, or how it goes down. Because when the message needs to come, it needs to come. And this is my space, and you're in my temple. And I give thanks. So this podcast, I'm so excited, came off of my vision board. I have not stopped smiling. I'm showing my teeth. I'm showing your teeth. I'm showing his teeth, her teeth, their teeth. Baby, I'm so excited about this. Off of my vision board. Because it's going to be a series. Because When I tell you, if you've been following me, if you have been listening, understand that what I'm saying is real, and where I started from, there is someone else who can relate to me, who is actually in the school, and she has given links in her podcast. And I will also be posting links in this podcast, in this show, to these links, not only my link to the mystery school, but also to Sharice's YouTube page. Because that sister right there. See, we just didn't find each other through the mystery school. We actually were in D.C. at a reparations event. And we saw each other there, and it was so spiritually aligned. We damn near had on the same clothes. We damn near had on the same clothes with our beautiful black shirt that said "Talk Black to Me" and our tan brown bottoms. I had on pants. She had on, if I'm a skirt, looking beautiful and regal. And her beautiful and regal self. See, when the planets align and the stars do things that they're supposed to do, and then you do things that you're supposed to do in alignment with this, there's nothing that can stop what's happening in your life. So taking this off of my vision board, see, I wasn't even sure I was going to record today. But I can't stop smiling. Because this is my walk, my journey, and the fact that I've stayed true to giving all of this to you. At first, Spirit was having me do it every day, literally every day. And then Spirit was like, okay, you can do it once a week. There have been some times when I faltered, but I still stayed true and still moved in it. And I still every day sat in Spirit, still every day sit in Spirit. And we still every day talk, and I still get my messages and my words. And whether I'm able and asked and told to reveal it to you, it's still done. So in this past 30 days, when my love of ancient my love, my heart. When my love of ancients in life past asked me to, in this mortal world, be his forever. Not only in spirit, but whatever this mortal world requires. My hands are on fire. Marking that off my vision board. Because what I asked for was someone whose spirit knew would align with me, whose spirit knew was best for me, and who would let me be my best self and would encourage me and not dumb me down. Who I felt like could test me spiritually in the best way. And I'm not one to be easily tested, and know that I am tested and be willing to go through that, because it's not easy. But still be willing to love me. And then to mark off my vision board. Being able to share with the world on a different level just how serious and how meaningful this is to me. how this spiritual life, how this transformation, how this walk, how this movement, how being so true to myself and to this life is to me. Because being true to this life is is what's allowed me to find and come across my love. Because it doesn't just happen without growth if you're not ready for that. So to be able to do all that, and in this past 30 days, and to be able to have this Zoom call on this important aspect of my life that has changed everything for me. Spirit always aligns it just right. Just right. Nothing is ever by coincidence. I give thanks. Family, I give so much thanks. And it's because I've gotten up early. I've connected even for just a little bit. It's because I've stayed committed. I've had the conversation with Spirit, and damn if I didn't let Spirit have the conversation with me. It's me taking that walk in my knowing and allowing the change, and then seeing the change within myself. And when I say how beautiful it is, I've never looked my most gorgeous. Stop playing. I've never felt this amazing. Come on now. I've never looked this gorgeous, baby. To my damn self. Stop it. Just stop it. You can't tell me that's not what it is, and that's not in me, not only walking in Spirit, but allowing Spirit to walk in me. That's not just me walking in Spirit, but that's allowing Spirit to walk in me. And in that's how I'm so excited. That's what's allowed my vision board to come to life, my manifestations to come true, my moving in the abundance of my goddessness. And if you know, you know, you know, you know. Nothing is ever by chance. Nothing is ever just because. There's no such thing as a coincidence in spirit. See, when you know, ooh, Spirit, ooh, Spirit. When you can see the little things, and you can acknowledge the little things and give thanks for those, and know how those little things are adding up and changing the big things. And not only that, you can acknowledge it with an open mouth and humble yourself to understand that although you are the greatest being that has ever existed, you are also a being of Spirit and of the universe. You are also a spirit of being and of the universe. So unless you move in something different, you do things a little bit differently. You accept things a little bit differently. When you hear things, you're not just... And not even everybody is going to understand when I say this. But when you hear things, you don't just hear it at the frequency it's resonating at in the mortal world. You're hearing it at the frequency that it's talking to you in the language that it's talking to you in. I said you're hearing it in the language that it's talking to you in the language that it's talking to you in. Spirit, I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know what to do with myself, so I'm going to go. And I'm just going to, like I told sis whenever we did the broadcast, I'm about to just move and settle and just relish in this whole magic that's happening right now because of what's happening. When I said a shift was happening, I meant that on so many levels. I meant that on so many levels, and not just for me, but for you too. And I hope that you were listening to Spirit. I hope that you were listening to your teacher when they were telling you, Ashe, Spirit, as I was telling you. Ashe, Spirit. So humbling. Because Spirit just let me know that doing this podcast, I am a teacher. And I've been a student. My hands are on fire. I've been a student so long and moving in that I didn't even realize that in being the student, I'd really truly also have become a teacher. Because every teacher was once and is always a student. Ashe, Spirit. Huh. Vision Board Life, family. Vision Board Life, I give thanks. I give thanks. Oh, I give thanks. So at the end of this, I will leave a link as to how come I have a black screen. And I'm also going to leave the link again to my sister, my goddess queen sister. I am so humbled, sis. To her YouTube page. Also to the Vicki Dillon Mystery School. And also to Vicki Dillon's YouTube page. Because when I say that, sister's the truth. I mean, that sister's the truth. So if you ain't ready to take that spiritual walk with her because you don't know what she's about, you just don't feel like you can go off of what I'm saying, and I understand. You want to know who she is for yourself? I will leave a link to her YouTube channel as well. Family, I give thanks. I give thanks. My windows open, my doors are wide open, all this, everything. And I live on the bottom floor. All this, everything for everybody. And you know what? I don't care. This is the first time I've had everything just wide open, and I don't care. It is what it is. Spirit is moving differently in this new season. And in this new season, Spirit said, I'm moving differently too. So if you hear it, congratulations, you moving differently too. A and Ashe. I love you, family. Peace.